I imagine this will be the post-Christmas video. Jesus, the start of it at least. Hey, how's it going? Hope you all are having a good holiday time of period with family, friends, ideally. I don't know. Depends what you consider to be a worthwhile usage of your time during this period of the year. I have the obligatory have a Christmas lunch with my family and gifts. But that hasn't happened yet. This is actually a couple of days beforehand. I figured, well, I've got the time to film because my dad and I have our last day of work today. So I know that tomorrow I won't be able to film. He'll be home all day listening to music. It's like the worst time to film because you got copyrighted music playing like fucking 10 meters away. But I got some stuff in. A lot of stuff early from Amazon. So I'll go through it. So we'll start off with a book. I know those do exist. And this one's called Giallo. It has a decent cover, but it also has a terrible cover at the same time, because when you look at it, you might notice, I don't know if it's really obvious on camera, but this is in focus, but that's not. So it just looks like they just ripped off someone's art piece and just told bad. I don't know. It's by Alexia Canis about Giallo, genre, modernity, and detection in Italian horror cinema. Came out recently, like within the past 2 years, I believe. Giallo. It's from the SUNY series, Horizons of Cinema. SUNY Press, or SUNY, so maybe SUNY. It came out in 2020. So, yeah. It's pretty decent. It's just mostly text discussing books, discussing different movies and themes and stuff about the genre. It's pretty small. It's only about 150 odd pages. For reading, there's works cited by the end of it as well. So, yeah, as well as it does tell you a filmography, which it has quite a selection of films. And it has an index as well. God, they've got all kinds of stuff. So, yeah, I just figured that would be an interesting one. I had it on my wish list for a while and it dropped down in price, so I figured I'd order it, and it came within a week, which is always so bizarre that Amazon can just do that. But still, the next selection I got had the worst. I've just had the worst mail days, because Sunday was mail was meant to come in. I actually had stayed at my partner's place, so I went to Chadston, met my dad there. We went, did some last minute Christmas shopping, basically. Last minute, a fucking week before Christmas. But still, we went and did that. And so, when we got back home, we found out that the Australia Post delivery that was due that day, despite it being a Sunday, I know, weird, they just didn't deliver it. They left the little note saying, sorry, no one was in attendance. 5 people were home, including my brother and my mum and my brothers and my other brother and his partner. Okay, 4 people were home. Actually, I think Dad was home still at that stage. So I think 5 people were home. I was still on the train. It's like, what the fuck? By Monday afternoon, we found out that it hadn't gone back to its depot. It had gone back to its depot, but they'd shipped it to the local post office, because the local post office isn't a depot. You can only put stuff there at the end of a working day, and the guy couldn't do it on a Sunday because there was no one working on a Sunday. How about that? Who'd have thought? Post office not open on a Sunday? Uncanny. So, when we got there at like 4 o'clock, the line was out the door, because clearly everyone there had not gotten their mail, because there's one driver. So, I ended up getting 2 packages. One that's a Christmas gift to myself. The other was, there's a 3rd package, which was Sam got he's my older brother, he got a new phone, another one. And I got some movies, so I'm going to dive into these fucking movies. I'm also, like, expecting packages right now. These 2 figurines that were meant to come in yesterday, I didn't even know they were meant to come in yesterday, and then they came in when I wasn't here, so that person didn't fucking ring the, well, at least if they did ring the doorbell, no one was home. 2 of my brothers were home, they're probably in their room playing video games, so no one answered the door, so they had to come back another time, and I don't know when that time is. If it's today, fucked if I know. So first up, we have The Conversation. This is the collector's edition, which actually comes with a limited edition booklet. I'll show you this. Got a nice hefty amount of details on the back there, including special features. These are all from the UK. I like how the artwork transfers over, and it's that whole collage-y effect. It's the same on the case in terms of artwork. Standard case, you get some disc art, which is always appreciated. That's a good way to show off the artwork, you know. And it does actually come with a a booklet, which is like an interview about the making of the film. The conversation on the conversation has some behind the scenes images, has some discussion about the film, and yeah, it's pretty cool. It's just a cute thing to have. Even has a review by Roger Ebert. So yeah, I think that's all. Yeah, it's not even 12 pages. It's like 8 pages probably. But yeah, so that's pretty cool. I think it just says collectible book. The conversation, including the first reviews of the movie after its release in 1974. It also comes with, archival audio commentary, 2 more audio commentaries, never before seen interviews, and never before seen archival screen tests. So it comes with a good selection of stuff. I've heard good things. I'm very keen to watch it. I think it's similar to Blowout, but instead of it being about someone capturing a murder on film, it's someone hearing a murder or some conspiracy or something. I figured because it was like $28 in the end, I got myself the Elephant Man on 4K. I basically have the exact same thing with the sleeve as a Blu-ray. I didn't get the Criterion, I just figured I'd go with, because I already had the Studio Canal release. I had both Studio Canal releases. I had the original one, and then I got the 4K one. But the 4K one I ordered from Zavvi at the time, I thought was the 4K UHD. It was not. It was the standard Blu-ray of the 4K transfer. So I figured I'd get the 4K UHD. I don't know, I just wanted to. That's the thing, it was either this or the Criterion, and this has like the exact same special features to my knowledge. I think this has a bit of different ones, but for the most part, it's like exactly the same. The only benefit of the Criterion is that it's a Criterion prestigious whatever, but they haven't done a 4K UHD. I don't know if they plan to. They've just announced that they're doing Inland Empire on Blu-ray, which is like a 2K scan, but at the same time a lot of people are like, why isn't it a 4K and all this stuff? I've heard some people say that, but I think that's people put it in a hypothetical of, some people have asked why we're not getting Inland Empire on 4K. It's because the film was shot in 1080p. Like, genuinely, it was shot on a digital fucking camcorder. So even my mate was like, it's probably not even worth getting the Blu-ray because it won't look as good. I mean, like, the earlier release Blu-ray, which I have. I do have a British release Blu-ray. It's the only version of the film I've seen. It doesn't have chapter titles to my knowledge, I think because it's like such a long film, they've just put the film straight on the disc, and there's like no special features or anything. So I'm interested to get the Criterion to see what special features that they have. Plus, it'll have better cover artwork and everything to some degree. I don't know, maybe. Like, this is the version I have. I've got this version, which is fine, but it's pretty, I'm pretty sure it's bare. Oh, it does have extras. Guardian interview at the National Film Theatre of David Lynch, a short interview in London, a conversation with David Lynch by Michael Figgis, masterclass with David Lynch, interview at the Cartier Foundation. Okay, I didn't really expect it to actually have special features. I just haven't looked at them, I guess. Also got this one. Both of these two have had their slip covers very dirty when I got them. I don't know if you can see, obviously, this is Leon the Professional. It's the 4K Studio Canal release. So far, these are all like Studio Canal releases. Okay, I don't think the conversation was, but most of these are Studio Canal releases. But yes, I really want to get the 4K of this. I have had the Blu-ray for a number of years now. I've had the standard Australian Blu-ray that came out a while ago. A very long while ago. I think it was like the 2012 Master or 2010 Master or whatever. But this is the 4K plus Blu-ray. It comes with a collection of special features including Leon, a 10-year retrospective, Jean Reno, The Road to Leon, Natalie Portman, starting young, interview of Jean Reno, an interview with Eric Serra. But it does have HDR graded and all that. And the 4K disc is only the director's cut with 4K and everything, whereas the Blu-ray disc has the director's cut is the only one in 4K. The Blu-ray has the director's and theatrical cut, which is interesting. I like that they still kept the theatrical cut. I've only seen, to my knowledge, the director's cut because the Blu-ray I already had was the director's cut. Yeah, I had this version prior. It's actually basically identical artwork, except they've changed the image on his glasses to be a young Natalie Portman over a building, I think. Anyway, this is the same release I had for, same style of release I had for The Fifth Element. So, Yeah, they were like special editions for like, I don't know what they're called. They've got like a special like masterclass edition or director's suite. It says on the disc there. I know it's a very reflective disc, but it says on the top director's suite, and it comes with like, his bibliography, his filmography, as well as talking about him as a person. Oh, this is Luc Besson, born in 1959. These are all the films he's done from 1981 to 2010. So by the time that this had been released, he did those Arthur movies, which is so bizarre. Arthur the Invisibles. I used to watch those as a kid. But this has the exact same special features. But this does have, again, it has both editions. It has the theatrical and director's cut, and it has the exact same special features. So I think it's just the fact that the 4K is just a better grading of the film, which I'm totally cool for. I think when I was looking it up to see if it was worth it outside of the visual element, like the special features, I'm pretty sure it was saying that the 4K... I'm pretty sure the Blu-ray I have was not from a like a new remaster, whereas they had done a new remaster that didn't have any of the special features, but like the DVD and this edition had the special features but had the older transfer, so at least the 4K is a brand new transfer. I'm pretty sure that's the deal. I don't know, I don't think they talked about the Australian release, but I think I was able to cross-correlate, like, oh, the Australian release came out this time, so did the original Blu-ray release in the US, whereas then there was another release a few years later in the US, which didn't have the special features, or maybe it did, but it had the new transfer, like, from a 4K restoration, but I didn't have the 4K restoration version, so I figured I'd just buy the 4K UHD. Of course, I mentioned The Fifth Element because I got The Fifth Element on 4K. I noted particularly because it's the Studio Canal release. They all came with sleeves. How fucking weird. It's worth noting that, because I know a lot of people don't like the 4K transfer of this film, apparently the 4K Studio Canal one is really, really good, whereas the American one isn't, so hence why I got the British one. Also because I preferred the artwork on the British release. Obviously there's still the little logos that you got to deal with, but I don't think they really interact too badly, too annoyingly, like, that kind of deal. But yeah, so I don't know if this has any special features. It doesn't actually stipulate. But this one has like the HDR grading, and I think it's got like Dolby Vision and stuff as well, so I don't know the specifics, but I know that it's got more added to it than the previous 4K in the US did. So that's why a lot of people like this one instead. And last for this clip, Thelma and Louise. I figured I'd get the Blu-ray. Comes with a number of special features, including audio commentaries. I'm pretty sure this is the exact same transfer that my DVD copy has, because I ended up buying it on DVD because I didn't want to import the Blu-ray. It has audio commentary by the director, audio commentary by Students and Saranda, Gina Davis, and writer Callie Curry. Thelma and Louise: The Last Journey, original theatrical featurette, extended ending with director's commentary. I've seen that ending, it's bizarre. Directors and deleted and extended scenes, multiple angle storyboards for the final chase, part of you, part of me, music video. So it has a good amount of stuff. It's probably the best version of the film that you'll need to get. It's all regions as well, which is quite nice. A lot of people are very particular on that. But yeah, I like it. It's a great fucking movie. It's probably one of Scott's best next to, Alien. So it's probably my second favourite of his films. I still love Prometheus and Alien Covenant, but Thelma and Louise just fucking slaps. So, all of them do, let's be honest, he's a fucking good director. So, yeah. Anyway, that's all for this clip, and I'll probably see you in the after Christmas thing, unless I feel like putting in an extra clip. We'll see. Hey, let's go over here. I won't remember to come back from that end, but you'll eventually, and I'll fix this up as well. I'm doing more things. I've got Jackie Chan here. I got David Lynch. I'm hoping to put Guillermo del Toro and Brian De Palma over here. I need to get an extra one to slot in, but there's no more Del Toro films except for Pinocchio, which hasn't come out on Blu-ray because it probably won't. I don't know. He loves physical media, but it's a Netflix film, so I don't really know. So I'm probably going to get Carlito's Way on 4K. So that'll be interesting. And yeah, I'm still arranging it. We'll see how it goes, and I'll see you later. Yeah. Okay, there's one. There's two. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Hey, I actually watched The Fifth Element, the 4K. Looks fantastic. Anything else there to show? No, there isn't. I got a number of new films in, and some figurines, because over the past 2 days, I guess I'll just grab what I can and go from there. Pretty sure it was just those 2 films and that. Okay, cool. So, Black Friday sales, I know it's been, like, almost a month, basically, since they happened, but we had to wait for Vinegar Syndrome to send them. My mate Lachlan ordered a few, and they came in, and he gave them to me when we saw Avatar, and it was fantastic. We saw Avatar in IMAX. Didn't really need to see it in IMAX. I didn't realize it was not filmed for IMAX. It was just a big screen. I'm like, sure, fuck it, it works anyway. Comfy seats, all that jazz. Good stuff. Also, I'm wearing my Christmas shirt because it's the day after Christmas. I'm doing 2 videos this week that are this weekend's. So, I know, it seems weird that it's more than the halfway point and you're finding this out now. But this will be probably the Boxing Day, if not the Tuesday video after Christmas, because we're getting the layover day. So Monday's Boxing Day, but the Tuesday is because Christmas is on a Sunday, we're going to have a public holiday on Tuesday. So this will either come out on the Monday or the Tuesday. I don't really know, but still. And the last video of this year that'll come out at the end of this week will be what I got for Christmas. So yeah. So there'll be 2 this weekend. One for Christmas, one for this past week. It's a bit awkward, but it's because of the holidays. I'll show off some figurines first. I finally got in. These were technically a Christmas gift to myself, but I decided to open them because I have enough Christmas gifts for myself. You'll see. It's the Scott Pilgrim figurines of Scott and Ramona, which, yeah, they're comic accurate representations. They're really nicely designed boxes. I think these 2 are still available, in fact. It even has some, gloss to it as well. These are just the standard versions. This one comes with the mallets. You get 4 pairs of hands. This one just comes with 3 pairs of hands? 3 pairs of hands, because there's the hands that they're currently got, plus these extra ones. I know that there was the alternate versions. Scott had one where he had a plum tree shirt and I think a different hair color. I just got the standard edition because that's all that was available on the day of release. And I got the pink-haired version of Ramona because I preferred the pink-haired version over... They had a purple hair and a blue hair variant. They might not have had a green hair variant. I'm pretty sure it was just purple and blue. I don't know why they'd have purple, but still. I got them here. They're pretty decently sized figures. They're bigger than pop vinyls. They're pretty much the same size as my Mezco figures. So these are the kind of displays I've got them on. I've got Scott with his bass guitar. They've got a hand where he's going yeah, look, I'm so cool, even though you don't really do that with a bass guitar. I think it's meant to be ironic because he's not meant to be a good bass guitarist, but he has a hand that the guitar fits perfectly into. You can unclip the hinge there. The legs don't bend, but they are perfectly flat, so he stands really well. You can only basically pose the arms, as you can see with the hinges there, and you can move his head around a bit as well. I don't want to move around too much because it's in a pretty good pose. But yeah, I figured that would be good. There's also fisticuffs and just standard half-open hands, so you can have him as if he's talking to Ramona, or if he's about to fight. So that works out pretty well. And then there's Ramona. She looks really nice as well. I've got her with her bag, her kind of half-hearted open hand, are you going to take this or not? She's got her roller skates, which she doesn't stand perfectly on them because basically one's meant to be flat. I think this one's meant to be flat and this one's angled down, so she stands on the tip, but you can also lean her as well, so she's standing fully on one and on the tip of the other, which is interesting. Yeah, she's got a very nice paint job. This is the pink-haired variant. Again, she comes with her bag, and I've actually got the parcel currently out that she's holding, which she does have 2 different hands that can hold the parcel, so both hands can hold the parcel. I think she's got 2 extra hands that can hold the mallet, the baseball bat. No, she's got 2 casual hands. I'm pretty sure she's got more hands. No, she's got... Okay, so she's got 2 casual hands. One of them is this one. One of them is in the box. There's the holding hand, so that would be for either the parcel or for the bat, and then 2 fisticuffs. So, yeah, But yes, the parcel, which you can easily just remove from her hand, does in fact say Fiddle. Yeah, it does actually say Scott Pilgrim's name and address and all that. So yeah, it's just a really nice set. I figured because I just love the Scott Pilgrim comics. I love the film. So yeah, I just want comic accurate figures, and I'm really hopeful to get more. I don't care that I'm not getting this more limited edition variants. They came out like, I think I was either at work or I was asleep when they came out, but they were still available. I think they're still available now, so these ones aren't exactly a limited edition, but the other ones were. I don't really mind that. I feel like I wouldn't want to take them out of the box if they were the limited edition ones, but I'm just happy because this is the one I wanted for Ramona. I would have preferred Plum Tree t-shirt Scott, but I'm perfectly happy because his guitar covers his shirt anyway, so works out well. I got another package coming in today as well. I'll start with the standard JB stuff that I got. I'll end with the Vinegar Syndrome stuff, because a lot of it's really fucking nice. All of it's really fucking nice. So, I have over here, which you can just, yeah, you can see that. Yeah, you can. Okay, so I've got Guillermo del Toro here for like 7-8 films. One of them's a 2-pack for Hellboy. And then I've got Brian De Palma. And I've got them both together. They've kind of always sat next to each other on the shelf anyway, but I wanted to, like, you know, I'm slowly putting the director's selections to the side. And so it got to the stage where I needed one more film. I looked up, you know, Del Toro stuff, because I kind of sometimes prefer his films on the occasion to De Palma. And there was no real other film I wanted to get if he's on Blu-ray, except for Pinocchio. But Pinocchio's only on Netflix and probably won't get a physical release for a while. So then I looked at, you know, De Palma, and he had 2 films that I was interested in. I think one's Body Double, which I don't have, but I don't think I could find a good Blu-ray in Australia. But I could find another one if I bought it at 2 for $40. No, I already had Scarface. I just wanted to get the 4K. So I got the 4K of Scarface. I already had the Blu-ray, but it was like the shitty JB version that had like graffiti cover and whatever. So I got this, and as a 2 for $40, I got Carlito's Way. So, yeah, and they both come with Blu-rays and special features, which is really nice. Again, $20 for the 2. Worked out in my favour. I got another imprint title. What is this? Ladies and Gentlemen, The Fabulous Stains. Dad was curious about this one because of the cast. And some of the people behind it as well. So, yeah, I'm pretty eager for it. It was one of the few imprints that I was interested in from this new batch, because it's number 189. But yeah, interesting artwork. It didn't have the best reviews, but I'm also like, you know, it's like, as in like the film didn't have the best reviews, but I'm also like, you know, it's like slightly to pretty good, you know, from some people, but it's also like, oh, it's the fucking Laura Dern in the punk rock band. That just sounds like a fucking dream. So, anyway, time to talk about Vinegar Syndrome. Again, credit to Lachlan. He's got a YouTube channel as well. Go check him out. Let me. Meadow Productions. Which is interesting, because his name is Meadows. Anyway, go check this guy out. He, best friend of mine since primary school. And he was able to get some films from Vinegar Syndrome because he also ordered a bunch and he figured we could split shipping. So we did. So I got Amityville 1992. It's about time. It's a new 4K transfer. Obviously, I couldn't get the limited edition set version, which had like 4 of the films, but they are selling the 4 films separately. No slipcovers or anything, because, you know, that was only for the limited edition version. It does come with alternate artwork, but the alternate artwork is, I don't know, it looks kind of cheesy. Like, it's basically that artwork, but where the house looks like a model. I don't, you know, it kind of makes a lot more sense in a way, because it's like the clock is the moon and it's above the house and everything, but I'm also like, I kind of like this artwork more, so I'm going to keep it like that. I do have the original Amityville Horror, so I did not get the 4K of Amityville Horror. I've heard a lot of good things, but I haven't even watched the second sight version that I already had, so I figured I'll just stick with that for now. I did get the limited edition to 6,000 units, apparently. The next few of these are all like limited edition slipcovers. Graduation Day. You get some slight colouring on it, which is very nice, like in terms of like, there's like embossing and all that groovy stuff. Fucking love this artwork. You got the title on the spine and the title on the spine again with the Vinegar Syndrome logo, and you get this very nice collage, like a broken, broken picture basically. But it's like more like a collage of different like people in the film, I imagine, dying. Nice cardboard sleeve as well. You get some inside artwork for graduation day. You get your details, which talks about the 4K restoration and everything. Yeah, you get some special features as well, some commentaries, video interviews, original theatrical trailer. I haven't seen any of these films, so I'm really keen. And you do get some inside artwork as well. It does come with disc artwork, which is always nice. This is basically just, oh look, a bunch of people on the football team who are going to die or whatever. Graduation day. It's funny to me too, because I hadn't mentioned yet, I passed my driving test, and it was a year to the day of me graduating uni. What are the odds? But yes, I'm now a licensed driver, like P-plate licensed. That's good. I wanted that before Christmas. It would have been just a nice treat for myself. As well as all this. This all happened on the same day. This all happened yesterday. The Incredible Melting Man. This, again, nice design, overlapping artwork that goes around. Very nice in total. And again, I think even the title, all the titles are embossed. It's great, even the spine title. I did reverse the artwork because the main artwork that's on the sleeve there is the same on the inside. So I reversed the artwork to this, and it's a 4K, so it's even crazier. So yeah, you got a bunch of details there for the film. So yeah, you can pause it if you need to. The Blu-ray is region A, but the 4K is all regions. So it's from 1977. 4K UHD contains feature presentation of The Incredible Melting Man presented in HDR and newly restored from the 35mm original camera negative. Also includes the 1080p Blu-ray containing the feature film and the following special features, which is archival commentary, a 30-minute documentary. Oh, it's an interview, 30-minute interview, 15-minute interview, archival featurettes, archival interviews, and original theatrical trailer, reversible artwork, and all the yada yada yadas. So yes, it does come with 2 different discs, with nicely different artwork as well. It's kind of like the combined overlapping artwork, but again, the inside art, the reversible sleeve is just the same that was on the main cover, which I figured, given I already have that on the main cover, it's like the same artwork on the discs to some degree. I figured I would just kind of stick with this more, I don't know, unique cover on the front. You know, you take this out of the sleeve, which is already an interesting sleeve, and you get that. Gnarly. I will note, these aren't my first Vinegar Syndromes. I bought the Flesh for Frankenstein in 3D. That was also a 4K. That was like my first ever Vinegar Syndrome, I'm pretty sure. I don't think I have very many Vinegar Syndromes. So, and that was at that was back in October at a movie market thing at the Astor Theatre. So that was pretty good. But I've never ordered directly from them. I really want to go from, I think it was, I was going to say Turbine. No, the ones they had, because this is during the same sale that that other website had their Black Friday, and it had the Dario Argento 4K film, The Black Flies on Grey Velvet, but I didn't end up ordering that. Yeah, if Lachlan was going for that website instead, I would have gotten that, but he didn't, so we went for this one, and for the same price. This is like 160 instead of 140 for one film. I got it for 160 for 4 films, so I think it's kind of more worthwhile. This was the last one. Yes, it does have a mirror on the front. This is the Scary of 61st. Both limited edition cover, which is really, really nice. Sleeve comes out, because it's a hardbound cover. Also limited edition. You get this artwork. You get that artwork on the back, which kind of is just this. It looks like the same image, just kind of pushed further back, but it's definitely a different image. Then you take the casing out, and you get this artwork. It does even have reversible artwork as well. So this is actually a 2021 film, with a collection of special features as well. So, yes, I think this is Region A, locked, so I haven't tested it yet. I only just got them in yesterday. I only just woke up a few hours ago. But then you open up and you do get that same pink artwork on the disc, and this is actually the artwork on the reversible sleeve. So if you really want to reverse it, you can. You get this artwork, which is still nice artwork. It emphasizes the mirror as well, because again, all that stuff. But I kind of like the hands coming out of the windows. It's kind of nicely surreal, but you do get a booklet as well, which does talk about the film a bit. And yeah, that's basically the whole gist. Again, huge props to Lachlan for helping me out with getting these. You know, if I knew someone who like lived in the US who could send me this stuff for arguably cheaper, then I would definitely, you know, buy stuff. But I also won't be for a long while, because I've been buying too much of late, and I need to like really save my money. Oofed. But yeah, so the next video will be the Christmas special, the final video for the year. But yeah, that's all for now. Again, I guess I hope you've had a good Christmas, because this is coming out after Christmas. And see ya in a couple days' time with the last video of the year. I don't think I'll take a break from making videos for the early Jan. I think I filmed a few, so I'll just edit them and release them, and then when I get the chance, I'll start filming again. So we'll see how it goes. It's raining. It's fucking summer. It's raining. What the hell's going on? Anyway, see ya. I just remembered I ended the previous one with me leaving from that side. Jeez, I told you I'd forget.